Everyone, welcome back to Dyanne and my channel. My name is Janny and of course Dyanne and I am so happy you are here. We have some new DIYs for you. We hope you enjoy a little bit of fun, a little bit of chaos, and our DIYs are always very easy to make. So if you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel. And for now, let's jump into our first DIY.
Dyanne here, and I'm going to make a new sign for this Sign Wednesday. In front of me I have two of the same objects. These are actually trays from the shop called Action. They were, I think, €1.50 each. I don't remember the exact price anymore. They came originally here in this blank wooden color, but I'm not really sure what color to use, so that's why I have covered them, or at least the edges, in beeswax. This one I used this white chalk paint as a base. This here is the beeswax, but you can also use some other kind of stain you want to use. For this black part, I've used my blackboard paint. And yeah, now I want to look which sign looks the best in my decor, because I want to have it inside of my wreath. I'm going to compare what looks best. Black, but it's quite dark, to be honest. This is the white one. I think this one is going to be the one. It matches beautifully here with these cotton buds. And yeah, I actually think it brightens up the dark the deer inside of the wreath. So this will be my setup. Now I'll be decorating it with a farmhouse print, and therefore I'm going to look upon the internet for free farmhouse printables, because I don't have something like a stencil maker on my own. Okay, we are in Photoshop here, and I will show you step by step, really short, how I made the sign. I found a really cute printable upon Pinterest, this one here, but the size wasn't really my style, and these leaves here, I think they could be in a better position. This printable, by the way, comes from the what was it actually, Design Hippo or something. At least it was a free printable, and yeah, actually you can use it for any kind of purpose. So what I did, you can see it here, I selected both of the leaves, and I'm going to place them into a new layer. Oh, I'm going to cut them out. Here you see another new layer here, and now the leaves are up here. When I make them bigger, they appear on the sides, but this is a little bit too much to the side. But this is still one large image. Both leaves are connected in one layer, and I want to make them separate layers. So I realigned the text a little bit. Now I cut out one. This is a new layer. Put the leaf upon the left side. The other leaf, I cut it out again. So now both of the leaves are separate layers. So this is a layer, and the text is a layer. And this white space is actually the size of the sign. So I perfectly know how large my image can be. And yeah, actually I placed them out of the sides a little bit. And this is my printable. So it is quite easy this time, nothing much busy with, or actually busy, lots of patterns, a busy design, just really keeping it simple, trying to actually obtain a farmhouse style, and trying to keep it black and white, because that is my color for this season. Okay, I'm ready to print it out, and I think I'm going to cut it out here at the sides. Because if I cut out all the letters, then my design would totally tear apart, and I don't have a stencil or something to press it upon the sign. So I'm going to cut it out, you know, here. This can be done quite neat, and then going to underneath here, over here, then connect it here, cut it out a little bit more here, and I think then we're done. Okay, I'm ready to cut it out, but now I see it, I think it is way too light actually inside of the tray. So what I want to do around the image, I want to make a black line, so I can also cut it out easier and it looks more natural. This is a new print. Just going to cut it off around the black part, black line. Just crop the image a little bit, you know, crop the sides off so it would fit on my paper, because, you know, the actual size of this sign was larger than the paper, but the image is smaller, so I have space around the edges. Now it is some sort of, you know, shield, a vintage shield that is hanging inside of the tray. And the black line helps me to make nice clean cut around the design. And also helps me, you know, to align it in the center of the tray. Okay, so for the next step we'll need some Mod Podge. And then I'm going to make it just around here. Okay, back with the glue. For the back side I will be using this Korea patch glue. And for sealing I'll be using real Mod Podge. This stuff is expensive here in the Netherlands, so for back gluing, you know, things that you don't see, I always, or actually almost always use this glue. Because it is a lot cheaper, 15 times cheaper I believe than Mod Podge. And it does almost the same, except for the part that when you printed something and you seal it with the cheaper glue, then the ink starts, you know, walking around. You get really weird smudges, and that is not what we want. So for sealing, Mod Podge is still the best solution for me. But maybe in different countries you have different kind of glue that you can use that works better than this stuff. Okay. Oh, don't glue your fingers to your project. Now all the edges are covered up in glue. Just pick it up. Well, this is too large. Yeah, that was what I meant. Now I need to stand up, otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. And align it properly. I think somewhere here is in the center. Carefully going to lay it down. Now I'm going to run for measurement lint. Without pressing my whole project tight. Let me check. 12 centimeters on this side. Yeah, it is good. Okay. Now I'm gently pressing it. Don't push too hard, because then you get ink that starts walking around. Now let it dry. Not going to use, oh, there is some glue missing here at this edge. Not going to use a blow dryer for this job, because then the paper starts getting wobbly and then you get really weird air bubbles. So I'm just leaving it this way. It's perfectly aligned in the center. And yeah, we'll see when it's dry. Okay, I just discovered this easy trick. Let me zoom in, because there are some air bubbles here in my design. Just be using a dry brush and gently wipe away the air without pressing too hard, because then you're going to ruin your whole project. Now, I hope you can see it on camera. I don't think so, but this works for me to get rid of the air bubbles without damaging the whole print. So on the top it is quite good. Yeah. Now it can really dry. Okay, the design is dry. It's half an hour later. And, well, if I at least open up the Mod Podge can, it is time to seal. I always use Mod Podge as a sealer when I glue something like paper And this just smells so nice. Now I have some matte paint in a light color, so it doesn't matter if I'm not completely sticking towards the edges, but normally when the paint would have been black, you would have seen the difference between the Mod Podge, you know, where it started and where it ended. So then I'm always very careful with sealing, trying to avoid painting the black paint underneath because you can see a difference. That is also the case if you seal on glass. So I'm just doing it like this, sealing it all the way, completely cover up the paper and a little bit of the tray itself with Mod Podge, so the design can't get dirty, can't get loose, stays in place and gets protected. I read on the internet that they also have Mod Podge for outside purpose. I didn't discover it yet in the Netherlands, but that would be such a pleasure to work with that. Maybe for outdoor signs, you know, in wreaths or stuff like that. But we'll see, maybe it also gets to here. Or it is already here in a particular craft store where Janny and I haven't been yet. Okay, it is now sealed. Time to clean my brush and let this thing dry. I think it would take half an hour, maybe less, because Mod Podge dries a little bit faster than this cheap glue here. Okay, I'm ready to apply some greenery and a really cute little bow on my sign. Nothing you see here is glued yet. First, I laid everything in front of me to align and to actually decorate the way I liked it. Now I'm going to glue everything together, starting with the branches at the bottom and then moving my way forward. I also have a pair of scissors because for some parts I have to cut out some branches at the end, especially here, those ones. Otherwise they won't stick. So my hot glue gun is warming up there, here, just outside of the video, and I'm going to glue everything piece by piece. First time to cut here, you see those thick parts here. I'm going to cut them off. Well, actually I'm going to cut everything off here. So I can glue only the branches, or the leaves, not the branches, the leaves. This is rubbish. Each side I want to have 3 of them. Oh, something fell down. So 3 there, 3 here. These are okay. The cute little bow is attached with some glue pads, you know, with the sticky gum Jenny and I use very often. Let me see, where can I start? I think just by starting gluing this underneath, not glue above your project. I have my scissors, so I can easily lift and putting the thing together. So, then move on to the second one. I don't have fingers protector, so I actually almost use a spatula or my scissors to hold everything in place while I'm gluing. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue the cotton bud branches first. I have to glue those white things, otherwise it won't stick, is my experience. Don't apply too much glue on each bud. Because I often try to glue the branch part, you know, here, the plastic here, that doesn't stick. So luckily this stuff does. Okay, And I'm going to glue the rest. I will show you the final result. Okay, I'm applying the last dot of glue. And here you see it. The sign. Here you see the final look of the sign, the family sign. I really like the print, and the greenery also does a lot of good things. Let us know in the comment section what you think of this project. And now I'm going to put it inside of my wreath and show you how it looks. This is how the wreath looks without any other lights than only the lights inside of the wreath. And here is the look with lights on because it's getting darker now. I really like the color combination. The farmhouse look that this wreath has for the season. As I said, let us know in the comment section what you think of this cute little sign. I will zoom in a little bit more. So that's the end of this DIY. Thank you so much for watching.
So before we go further to another DIY, I have to tell you that this video is also part of a challenge video Dyanne and I are hosting every third Wednesday of each month together with the beautiful Leeny from Crafty Leeny. Go check out her beautiful channel. I place a link down below in my description box. And of course I place a link down below with the playlist with tons of beautiful home decor for you to find. So go check everyone out and give them some love. So like I always say, enough talking. Let's jump into our next DIY. So for this DIY I use a couple of things. Of course my frames, my picture frames for making my signs. I will make 3 of them, and of course I use a couple of things. At least this is just all a tryout. I have some wooden pieces I ordered online. Of course some little fence, some wheels, some trees, some Scrabble letters, some little chickens or roosters, just how you call it. I have the chicken and the roosters. Some little slices of wood. I use some paint, some furniture wax, and of course we will use some greenery I have laying around in my stash. So everything is already was already in my home. So we're going to make 3 different little signs, but in a different way, not just print out a print and just put it in here, but we are going to make a little display out of it. So we are going to make our first little display inside of this little frame. So but what I'm going to do first with all 3 of them, and if anyone sorry, if anyone is interested, I ordered this one also on AliExpress. It was 10 of these little frames, and they also fitting in your tier tray, so that's really a luck. So you can make your own little frames for in your tier tray. I ordered them, they were 10 for only €4. So, and they are really well made, so not cheap made, because they are really looking really neat. The finish is really clean, so I really love this. What I'm going to do right now, I just give them the bottom. I give all 3 of them a black coating, so I'm going to do that first. And of course, like you see already, I already should open this already before I go talk to you. Sorry for that if you have to wait a little bit. So of course I'm going to lay it over here. And now I'm going to just doing the bottom in the black color. Just so be careful that you don't do the sides. So I'm just doing this, and I'm going to do all 3 of them, and then I am back with you. So you see already I have the first coat on the bottom, and I do a second one, and of course even even if I did my best, I also did a little spot of black on top of here, but it doesn't matter because we are going to do the sides in the furniture wax. So this will be a dark brown again. So but for now we let it dry. So you see they almost dried up. What I'm going to do right now, I give them a coat of with some furniture wax on the sides of my little picture frame. And of course you see here how it will change when you just give it another color. You see already I will do all 3 of them, and then I let them dry for a moment, and then we are ready to decorate them. So here you see they are all 3 of them. I did them in the beeswax, and of course you can stain it with any color you like, and of course you can use any bottom color you like. I did go for the black, but you can do any color which is fitting for your decor. I found in my stash, I also found it's from a banner. You can make a banner out of it, some roosters. And I am already trying out a couple of them if I like a little bit with a gold text marker. A gold little rooster, or a little white rooster for inside of here, or just with some chalk paint. I'm really deciding which one I'm going to try. I really think I love also, if you look at it, I also love the gold color, but also the white color is also very nice. And of course it's getting a little fence, because this one I also ordered, and I'm going to glue a little fence over here, so the chicken will be, oh, the chicken, you will see already, don't take it as long as it is not dry. You can see already the big mistake I already made to take a rooster who is not a dry white, not yet. So I have to paint this again, but you see already I love the white color, and of course there will be greenery around here behind the fence. So, but I really love the white color, but also, like I said, I also like the gold color. But I think I'm going for the white color, at least when I get finished to do the other side in black again. But now you see also the mistakes I make. So you see already I have my the white paint already away. What I'm going to do right now first is just glue this rooster, because I decided for the white one. Just glue it on top of your little sign. Of course, yeah, it's a sign, but just just glue it on top of here. We are going to lay it in here, and we just squeeze it a little bit. So you see, this is already how he is looking like. Now we're going to take the little fences. I also ordered this online from AliExpress. You can find so many beautiful wooden things on AliExpress, and of course also the Scrabble letters. I also ordered them online. So if you like, if you decide to order online with AliExpress, I really have great experience with it, but you have to be careful. You have to look to the sizes, because sometimes you get miniatures. I had ordered last macarons. You notice the candies, macarons, but they were not the macarons I expected, but they were really so tiny. So just be careful for the sizes, but everything is always okay when I get it from AliExpress. Of course, it takes a little bit longer than the Dollar Tree, but we don't have the Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do right now, I have the fence already made on size for me. So I have to glue this one. You see here, I have to glue it over here. So you see, I did the little fence on top of on the underside of my little picture frame. What I'm going to do right now, of course I want to have it also a little bit in the wax color, so I will wax this side before I will work with it with the leaves. And of course just dab it a little bit so it can be looking like it's in the same color. You see already how it changes only when you bring on some coloring. And I only wish that the fences were a little bit longer, so I don't have to cut them on size, because you always can see if you have them made on size. But I think it turned out okay, but if you find them longer, that's always a little bit better. So you see, your fence is also now in the same color. And what we're going to do right now first is we're going to use 3 of these Scrabble letters. And of course here in the Netherlands for a chicken we say TikTok, and that is T-O-K. So not in the English version, but I do it in the Dutch version. So that's why it has 3 letters. And you see here, I have the letters over here. So it will be the T, the O and the K for talk. So I don't know if you spell it, I think with a C inside over here, but I do it in the Dutch way, so you learn a little bit of Dutch also. So I'm going to glue this inside of my little picture frame, so it looks like a little sign. I have to measure it out a little bit, so I have him on the right place. And of course I have him above the rooster. You see here, this is a little bit how it will look like. So you see I have my letters on it, and I tried, it was a little bit of a task to get them straight, because normally when you when you use your glue gun you can very easily get your letter off, but this time I really have to use a knife to get one of the letters off, because he was a little bit far beside. So it's always something around here. So, but I think he looks already very nice. What we're going to do right now, I just have some greenery. First I thought I am doing some greenery behind the fence, but I also think maybe it's nice just to do a couple of leaves just in front of your little fence, so a little bit inside of the little fence. So I'm going to try to look how this is working. So I'm going to one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, so a little bit like I think it's fitting. So let's do that first. Of course we have to use the little leaves, because I already see that this one is a little bit too big. So I'm just gluing my little, and I'm just hanging it a little bit inside of the fence, so it still can get the glue stuck to the fence. And now I'm just taking another little leaf and just do a little bit beside the other way. So I think it looks a little bit nicer. And of course remove the glue. So this is a little bit what I mean. I'm just working a little bit over the greenery over here, so the fence is a little bit nicer to see. I do this out of camera because or else you will be very bored, and this is already a day that everything is going wrong like very normal with me, so I hope you don't mind. So you see I just did a little piece of the greenery on top of here and some little piece of this greenery, but you can use any greenery you want. I have this laying in my stash, so I use this. What I'm going to do, I also have from a garland, I also have some green picks, and I'm just cut them onto size, and I'm going to glue them behind the fence, one over here and one over here. You see already, and now he's already looking so nice, and really for me farmhouse looking and fitting in my decor. So I'm going to glue this on the sides of my little fence, and of course we have to work away this little hole, but I will make a little tiny bow for it. So I glue them now inside of the little frame, and what I already did, you see already my little tiny bow. I just take a little piece of ribbon, just do a little piece of glue. I did it already a couple of times in our videos. I think the most of you already know a little bit how you do it. Just glue this together, glue a little piece of twine over inside of here in the middle of your little piece of ribbon, and of course you have to let it dry for a moment. And now, because already you are ready, not just like me sticking on your your little bow, you just squeeze it a little bit and just turn the rope around twice and just cut it off and just work a little bit with it, so you get a little tiny nice little bow. You see here, you already have your own little cute bow. So, but I already made one, so I'm going to glue this on top of the little hole of the rooster. So I have to be sure that he is inside of the middle of the rooster. And you see already our little frame is already done. And of course, if you like it a little bit better with a little bit of color, you can do a little piece of color inside of it. You can do the ribbon inside of with a color. You can do any, the possibilities are endless, so you can do anything you like. And you see, just with a simple picture frame from only 40 cents, you can make already your nice little sign. So, and for our second sign, I'm going to use 2 of my acrylic candy. And you see already you can open them up and do something inside of your little candy. And of course, I ordered also candy online, and this is what you get if you don't read the inscription which is going with it, because I thought I bought candy a little bit of this size, but you see already this is really miniature. So I was thinking, what can I do with it? I really have no idea. So I have them in the black and white and in the colors. So I'm going to use, for this DIY, I'm going to use this one. And of course I will do probably a couple of them inside of here, and we are going to make a little candy sign over here. But of course it will be unique because we make it on our own. So also with this little sign I will stay with the Scrabble letters. So I made the sign candy. I will glue them inside of the middle of my little sign. Now I have to be sure that I am really in the middle. So we are going to look for the middle inside of it, and then we are going to glue this a little bit out of each other. So you see here a little bit this way. So I show you, and then I will glue them. This is what the look I'm going for. So this will be in the middle. I will glue them. So you see, I glue them in the middle of my little sign. What I'm going to do right now, just take the candy, at least the mini candy, and I'm going to make a line above over here. So in one line of the candy, and I do this on the top, and I will do this on the bottom. So this way, a little bit closer to the lettering. So I will go glue this, and then I show you how. You see already a little bit what I'm going to do. So I will glue this in one line and this in one line under it. So then I show you how that is looking like. I'm sorry for my English this time. It is very bad today, but I'm doing my best. So you see, I just glue them on top and on the bottom of our candy. So what I'm going to do right now is just fill this little candies up. Of course, what you also can do, you can paint the inside and you just click it together, and you also have, or you just do a little print inside of it. You can do anything you like, what is fitting. You can also do some greenery inside of it. Just try to make something is fitting for your decor. That's really important. So I'm just going to fill it up with some candy, and I hope I have enough. So you see, and there is a little bit on the other side on the candy is a flat side, so it is very easy just to glue this on top of here. So I will glue one over here and I will glue one over here. So I will fill this one also up, and then I show you how they are looking like in the sign. So you see, I just glue the candy inside of our little sign, and I think he is already so nice. And of course you can leave it this way. I was thinking maybe to do something with a couple of little leaves and one piece of candy, because I have a couple over. So you see, I just going to show you. I just hope I am able to show you. I just take 2 pieces of leaves, just glue them together, and then just fill it up with 2 of the, so I mean just lay them over here. I hope it will stay this way, and just do a little piece of candy on the outside. But I don't know if I like this or not, or I just leave it just with the candy. So we're going to see how it will turn out, but you see that in a moment. So you see, I just played around a little bit with some greenery and a little piece of the candy. Of course, this is just an example. You just don't have to do it. You just can do it with some candy. You can use, even you can use real candy. It doesn't matter. Or candy from the Christmas. You also have the candy from the Christmas, the red and white. So you can do anything you like. This is just an example, and I think I like it. But of course, if I don't want it anymore, it is glue from the glue gun, so you can really get it off very easy. So, but I'm very happy how my little sign turned out. Now we're going to further with our third and last sign. So for this little sign, I'm going to use a lemon. I think instead of the green one, I will use the yellow one. And what I'm going to do, because you already see this a little bit too, a little bit too big, I'm going to do them in half. And then we are going to glue this on top of here. And then you see already I have with some Scrabble letters also made fresh or lemon. So I'm going to look for how much I can have inside of this little sign. So we're going to look for what's fitting. So first I'm going to do, I'm just cutting this one in half. So you see I have him almost in two parts. So, and you see already it's just some styrofoam inside of it. So I'm going to work the little white pieces away and keep what I need. So you see also you can use and half of your lemon, so you can make more than one sign. And you see already he looks very nice. So I'm going to work a little bit with it, and then we are going to glue it inside of here. So I have him flat on this side. I have him flat for just gluing in. But what we need right now is still a little piece of the green, because we are missing this right now. So I'm going to glue some leaves on the side of my, you see a little bit, one over here and one over here. So I have two of them. So it looks a little bit more like a lemon, but a lemon with a twist, because the normal lemon doesn't have any greenery at these sides. So it is just an imagination. So just do whatever you think it's right for your. I'm just doing some glue, at least. When my glue gun is ready for it, I'm just cutting of gluing a little leaf over here. And now we're going to do a little bit one beside. I don't know why my glue is not working the way I want it to be. So I have a little leaf over here, so I'm going to stuck it over here. So I have two little leaves over here, and I will work the glue away, at least if my leaf is sticking. And you see already not everything goes right. So you see a little piece of the greenery. What I'm going to do right now is just glue it inside of here, and I'm going to look for if I do a lemon. I was thinking to do here fresh lemon, but the space is not that much, so I'm probably going to do fresh over here, and I think everyone knows that this is a lemon, so fresh lemon on it. So I'm going to do fresh over here. So you see I just glue the word fresh on top of it, and I'm removing the glue. And what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to glue this on here, but I think it's a little bit plain, so I'm still thinking what can I do to make it a little bit more my style, but if you like it this way already, it's already fine too. But now I'm going to glue the side of the little lemon on the top of my sign. And of course you have to be careful, because the glue is melting away from your piece. So I'm going to lay him over here, and just squeeze it a little bit. So you see, you already have your own unique sign, and I have to think about it, what I will do a little bit more with it. So you see already I'm a little bit trying out. I just found some pieces of my greenery I used also for the little rooster. So I have some leftover, so I did 2 of these pieces, and of course 2 in the opposite direction. And what I'm going to do right now, if you just keep it over here and a little bit under here and you just glue it, it gives already a little bit more of a farmhouse feeling. So I love this way, but like I said earlier, if you like it more without the greenery, it's fine also. But I'm going to glue this inside of here and just a little piece of the black and white ribbon in the middle, so it looks a little bit more like my style. So I'm going to glue it together. So you see, I just glue the little pieces of branch inside of here. And what I'm going to do right now to give it just a little bit more of the farmhouse touch, just do a little piece of ribbon. Just glue it together. It's a little bit, be careful for your hands, because it will be very hot. So I'm working away the glue away. So you see, you just got a little piece of ribbon, and I'm going to glue this on top of here, inside of here. Now I hope this will work the same as I have it in my mind. But we will see if it will work or not. So this is a little bit what I mean. So you just give it a little bit more of the farmhouse touch, and you just made it more unique. And of course it is unique because you made this on your own. So I'm very happy how he's turned out, and now you see my 3 signs are already finished. And I show you of course in a moment to reveal how they look like. So here you see the first of the 3 signs, and I already love the pop of yellow inside of my tray on my dinner table. And with the wood colors and with the black, I really love how the yellow is popping out. So now go to our second sign. So here you see my second little sign. I really love how he is looking like. I have him on my small shelf between my kitchen and my hallway. You see here with my little banner with some chickens with it, and of course my big clock above it. So I am really happy he's looking nice on my little shelf. And now we're going to the last little sign. So you see my third and last little sign I made, and this is the candy one. I am really happy how he is turned out, and behind it I have also a little old lid of a box, and I did the black and white stripes in it and just do it behind the little sign. But like I said earlier, the signs you can is just a great size to fit in your tier tray. So if you like it, just order them, because they are very nice to work with, and you can make your own unique sign. So this was my third and my last sign. So these were my 3 signs I made for the Sign Wednesday. So these were already our new DIYs. We hope you just had fun and take a little bit of inspiration with you. Dyanne and I are always so thankful that you take a little piece of your day to watch a little bit of our videos. So thank you all for that. And of course, if you like this content and you like I always say, a little bit of chaos, we hope you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel. We wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we hope to see you in our next video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.